Do the general principles of reality building apply to creating your own reality? How can you fill your reality, make it alive and youthful, and preserve it? The principles definitely work. It's like an engine. Yes, an engine on which we build something. Since this engine, that is, the fundamental principles by which the system exists, is not individual but perhaps universal, in other words, many different people use them, a collection of realities is formed according to set principles, that is, according to exactly the same principles. What is good? What is evil? What is tradition? What is freedom? Now, let's take a look at the diagram of the three circles. My colleagues will show it to you now, and we'll see that the system of proto-foundations, the 12 proto-foundations that are found in this system of three circles, this is precisely the engine, the driving force, the architecture. The architecture on which, basically, knowledge is recorded. In other words, definitions of when we classify certain phenomena as good and others as evil. What life means in our understanding, and what death means in our understanding. And if you and I have the same content for these proto-foundations, then most likely you and I will live in more or less similar realities. Our realities will intersect at many points. We will, or rather, we can speak of a shared reality, but only in those areas where we truly intersect. And if we do not intersect, then that reality cannot exist there. That area which does not intersect with other realities is called a young reality. That is, there is no one else there yet. It is only yours. It may be built on a shared architecture, but there are certain areas that belong solely to you. If you keep others out, it remains your individual reality. If you do let others in, then most likely this reality will become shared, your shared reality. If that's what you want, make it come alive by feeding it energy. Reality, unlike a person, is nourished by time. You must pour time into it, especially your own. This means dedicating time, nurturing it, filling it with information. In this case, a person has the ability to nourish their reality with dreams, detailed descriptions, hopes, and expectations. To create their own reality, people write books, people make films, people paint pictures, they invest time in creating works of art and thereby nourish their reality. In this sense, this mechanism is very well described by Max Fry in his wonderful series The Labyrinths of Echo. I think many of you know and are familiar with this work. So, let me remind you of the ending of the main cycle. The main character, from the space of the city, the magical city of Echo, found himself once again in that completely non-magical reality in which we, well, have found ourselves. The reason was that he needed to acquire this energy, to gather energy for his beloved reality, which was thinning out, which was dying because it lacked strength. It lacked strength. And so, to nourish this reality with time, Max Fry wrote the books The Labyrinths of Echo. And people grew so incredibly fond of them that they willingly and enthusiastically began to give their energy to it by reading and buying the books, dreaming of one day finding themselves in Echo, and they directed so much of their love, attention, and precious time there as a result, that Echo eventually received the missing amount of energy and did not die. It remained the same, even stronger, in fact. That's how it's described in Max Fry's books. The creation of your own reality works in exactly the same way. If you don't put energy into it, no one else will either. Well, of course, except in the situation where you create your energy at some kind of power spot and connect it, both programmatically and informationally, to a specific energetic, temporal, magical source. But very few people can do that, because all such sources are few and far between, and there's already definitely something set up on each of them. Don't doubt it.